moving back to fire. If fire is imminent, here are some steps you can take. I'm not going to read all this stuff, but basically, these are things that if you look at it, whatever you can do now to make these steps quicker, right, makes your house more survivable, we hope. Faster is better. For those who can't really see the slides, this is kind of a macabre slide, but faster is better. All of these things could be fast, but if you hesitate, they're not fast enough. When the fire is on the ridge, that's a bit late. Those people, that's a real picture from the San Diego fires that a neighbor took of their neighbors panicking and screaming and pulling out their hair. And if you are there in a panic, blocking the road and causing gridlock, that's a double bad thing. You might die, that's bad, and you might block the road, causing more people to die. Extra bad. The last one is really the most important. Evacuate immediately when advised to do so. I will address this now so it doesn't come up. Sometimes people use the word mandatory evacuation, that phrase. So under California law, section 409 of the Penal Code, feel free to look it up if you're having trouble sleeping. Yeah, we in the police department can order an evacuation. We do that in support of fire. We could do that for other reasons. Are we going to come and arrest you if you're not evacuating? The reality is no, we're not. That's not a priority for us. It's just when we say get out, please get out. If you cannot evacuate because of these things, and you're forced to shelter in place, here are some tips. And again, this is not perfect. Chief, you can chime in as the fire chief in this jurisdiction. Do you advocate people shelter in place?
Not unless they have to.
Not unless they have to. I think that's a good policy. But if it's just too late, you never got warning, for whatever reason, you can't, then here's some tips. Similar to what we said before. Move furniture and other things that are flammable towards the center of the room.
Can I have one more thing on
Yes,
the
sir.
evacuation thing? The reason we don't want to shelter in place unless you absolutely have to is because I guarantee if you shelter in place, you're going to pick up your phone and you're going to call 911 and say, I'm trapped, I'm stuck here. We got no choice. That is a life threat now, so from my point of view, the neighborhood can burn down, we got to go get you. So you're just taking resources away from fighting a fire to go and rescuing that one person. Sometimes that takes 2 or 3 companies depending on how bad this fire is. So you really create a much, much bigger problem.
You know, if you can get in a water swimming pool, you're going to look ridiculous bobbing. And you know, I'm not sure how great this really is, but it beats burning. But the burning usually isn't what's going to kill you. We're going to talk about that. It's the inhalation of superheated air and other toxins. Go check your property. Check very carefully. Under decks especially, eaves of your house. If you can get up in your attic and look around, it might seem like everything's good, and then it might seem like things are getting very hot all of a sudden in your house. So just because the fire has blown over you and it looks like everything's good, it may not be good. Do a little check of your property.